Here's every sling I need. Listen, this is the Eberlestock. This is the Fade Sling XL. I've already done an article on this on my website. I'll link that down below. Bottom line up front, if you're okay with the price point, if you're okay with some of the negatives, such as the way you got to park these zippers on the side to make sure you don't jack stuff up, if you're okay with the fact that the top pocket's not lined to keep your sunglasses safe, and this pocket up here kind of is in your way if you decide to hang this on like a hook or something like that. It's hard to get into the main part of the bag. Those are my negatives. But if you're okay with that type of stuff, you like the comfort, you like the color, you like the materials, I would say that this is a buy it now type of bag. Slings are in the Eberlestock Fade Sling XL is just one of those slings that's an easy go. Listen, Premier Body Armor is already making some armor that you're going to be able to buy for these bad boys. I already got one of those. Once those things get out of manufacturing, I'm going to grab one of those because Eberlestock is trying to compete with some of the big dogs out there, Vertex 511, and they're really definitely making all sorts of bags that are really good for CCW off body. They got this kind of like T handle back here. Makes it a little bit easier to quickly open the bag if you are carrying a weapon in the back. This is where I would normally carry my Beretta PX4 Storm. Right now I have it disassembled. I'm about to punch the sight out and put some optics on there for the first time. But this is just a big area back here. You got a pistol carbine. You got something like that. This is just a lot of area. When you finally do get that armor, that's where you're going to insert it right here to put it in there. Or if you really wanted to, you could run a bladder back here. You could run some comms. You could do whatever you want. Loop panel on both sides. I mean, if you got something with a hook back or Velcro back, you can use this for extra storage if you want. Even if you don't want to carry a weapon, it's just something that's nice, big, good to go. Now, this little T handle is their attempt to kind of mock, or not mock, but mimic what other companies are doing with their larger grab handles to quickly get inside. You're gonna have to practice with this bag on to see which way is best for you when it's time to actually open this thing up to use it in a fight or something like that. Maybe you wanna change it. All this can be changed to any zippered area. That's something that you can do. So I do kind of wish that this had lockable like TSA style zippers, mainly because if there's a weapon back here, one level of protection, if you're not gonna be using it a little bit more, I would like to see the TSA style zippers behind the zipper pulls or underneath the zipper pulls. So, of course, this is an upgrade to the Fade Sling, the Fade Sling XL. It's bigger, brother. You have to just decide which one is going to work for you specifically for whatever your mission set is. This one is about good for about an 11-inch tablet or so, an iPad, your Samsungs of the world, etc., etc. This one, I have about a 15-inch laptop in here right now. So which one is really going to be more suited for you? Are you more of a laptop bull? You're more of a iPad bull most of the time, and you don't need anything bigger most of the time? Then this could be for you. But they've definitely made some improvements from the original Fade Sling. I think that some of the things that they've implemented in here are just overall really, really nice. Let's go over some of the things that are featured. They have this sideways access pocket. Now, this pocket in the front, you do have to be careful how you park the zippers because it's a pass-through, okay? So if you fail to park the zipper upwards and you're wearing this in sling mode, whatever you have inside, in theory, it can fall out, okay? It's not an easy thing to do, but it can fall out. So make sure you park the zippers properly because if you're on your journey and you have a wallet or something in there, that's something that you could lose. Speaking of that, everything in here is loop lined on one side and the other side is just kind of like a soft material. So if you want to put more of their Velcro features, maybe that keeps stuff falling out, maybe you can. So nice to keep like a small size notebook in here. Maybe something not super valuable like a wallet, because if that thing does fall out, that kind of would suck. Just so I do have a suggested loadout for you, just so you can see what this thing looks like if you put some crap inside. So very up here, there is a zippered pocket. And this zippered pocket is another one of my cons. Is I kind of wish this was like microfiber lined, fleece lined or something like that. So if I wanted to put my sunglasses in here raw, I could have just threw them in here and it helps prevent scratches on the lenses. It's not, I get it. It is bigger than your normal sunglass pocket. That's probably why they decided not to line it. Plus there's an additional zipper pocket here, which almost makes no sense to have a lined pocket because it would be slapping your sunglasses. I'm still kind of wish, okay? So sunglasses in here, wired headphones in here. Then you do have a battery bank in here with a charger, so just in case you need that as well. So it kind of just gives you an idea of what type of stuff that you can keep inside of this relatively small but still functional size bag. It looks pretty good in most angles, in my opinion. I think this is a pretty good looking bag. Jumping to the main compartment here, once again, I kind of wish we had TSA zippers to lock this bad boy. But, you know, it's neither here nor there. It does come with a full clamshell style opening. I'm hoping to see more companies do what Pelican did recently, which is kind of give me that half crease right here. So when it flops open, it kind of, I don't know. I like what Pelican done on their bag. I'll talk about that in the future video. But look at this, loop lined here in the front. So if you want to use some of Eberlestock's accessories, you want to use some of their competitors' accessories, you can put your stuff in here. Know that it will stay put in sling mode. I highly advise with a lot of sling bags, if you don't have forced organization or loop lining, try your best to keep stuff in pouches because sling bags get thrown, they get jostled, they get thrown over shoulders a little bit more than backpacks. So your stuff can be disorganized very quickly. Down here, I do have a Vertex, and just to show you vertically what that will look like, pretty nice setup if you decide to go with some of their accessories. This is the Vertex, one of their the Tactigami pouches that you can buy. These normally come in packs of 2, and then you do have the Eberlestock. This is their admin pouch accessory organizer. They have it in a smaller version, which is about half this size, and then they got a bigger version. So just a suggestion of stuff that you can put in here, whatever you want to do. Behind that, this is a 15-inch laptop, just to kind of show you how it can handle a bigger set for you. You got something real big like that, you're kind of good to go just in case you need something really big. So you see this thing can handle a 15-incher. It could handle a larger, kind of a larger setup. You want to take this to a coffee shop, take it with you for the day. Maybe you are a professor and you just want to take the essentials that you need from A to Z. This could be a bag for you. It's still good for the CCW stuff. Now, how does it compare to the OG Fade Sling? Well, of course, the features are just a little bit different. So if we look at the Fade Sling, there is no top accessible pocket here. When you're accessing this bag, you are accessing it on your body like this for the most part. So if you do have a larger item inside, so like here, I have a nutsack double admin pouch, fits in here just fine. I also have an 11-inch iPad Pro, which I can access out of that side pocket just fine. This entire area in here is loop lined. So if you want to throw some stuff in there, you can still see what's going on. It's just not a full clamshell opening. So if that's important to you, you're going to want to put it in the back of this bag. We'll talk about that here in a second. It has that same pass-through feature as its big brother. The difference with this pass-through, there's an internal organization with a zipper or two that you can use inside of this bag. So that way, if you're slinging this over, so that's something to think about. They do have the same zipper area on this side, which is kind of designed for a left-handed person. So they've thought about the ambidextrous way, but it definitely, for me, it's initially set up for someone that's right-handed. Both bags have the same feature, the 3 hooks at the bottom, meaning that you can wear this over either shoulder, or if you put it in the middle, it's kind of in like one strap backpack mode. That's a dope feature. They both feature the same channeling features for cooling yourself down while wearing the bag, and then feature the full clamshell opening. And you can buy the armor from Premier Body Armor. You can also run a bladder in here, or you can run comms. So for me personally, which one would I go for? I've been kind of leaning towards the larger slings lately, mainly because I have 5 kids. I like to have a larger bag because it's hard to get a 5 and a 4 and a 3-year, or a 5, 4 and a 2-year-old to sit for the entire Daytona 500 without an iPad or without a Nintendo Switch. And maybe I want to pull out some bigger stuff like snacks or whatever. So I tend to lean towards the bigger one. You may not need that type of stuff if you're just kind of on the go type of person by yourself. You're riding an e-bike, you're taking a short walk. Maybe you go for the smaller one. Both of these price points are still good to go no matter which one you go for. Last thing I want to talk about is the actual shoulder strap. Now the shoulder strap has 2 little lash points right here, which makes sense that they're there because as you're wearing them on your shoulder, they're kind of going to be, pointed which direction you have them going. And then they have this area right here where you can pass through that hypothetical comms that you're wearing or that bladder that you're wearing. And the thing about these is that to adjust it, there's a locking, you move this up and then you can adjust the strap up or down once you pull that lock up. Then once you have it set where you want it, you push down right there and that locks it into place. I like that. That means you won't be able to do it on the fly movements. Like I say on the fly, something that takes less than a half a second. But I mean, this takes like an additional, maybe, a few more milliseconds to flip that up. It's just a well-made bag. So you may ask yourself, X, what is its biggest competitor? So its biggest competitor right now is going to be the Gamut Sling by Vertex. They also have a Ghost Sling by Vertex, which you can consider as well. I think that the Ghost may be more closely related to this, but the Ghost Sling, the regular size for the Ghost Sling is more closely sized to this smaller bag here. I'm not sure if they made like a Ghost Sling XL, but this Gamut is like an 18 liter. I would say if you're asking me which one do I prefer, just aesthetics and stuff like that, I prefer the Gamut a little bit more because of the outside water bottle pocket, which this does not have. And I like the grab handle for when it's on laying down flat on its butt or on its bottom or whatever the hell you want to call it. But for clean, like zipper pulls and stuff, this is a way cleaner look. When it comes to the zipper pulls and all the other type of stuff, it's really going to be up to you to see which one works out better. But this is the good old Eberlestock Fade Sling XL. Comment down below, S for smash, P for pass. Let me know, what do you think about this bad boy? Something that you've been thinking about picking up, something you're like, nah, I'm good. I will just definitely pass on that one. I would love to know what some of your comments down below. We're going to be talking about soon another product recently released by Eberlestock, which is when it comes to the Fade Flex, they've come out with the Fade Flex Micro. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to know more about what type of weapons you can carry in this bad boy, which one may work out for you, and all of that good stuff. First time stopping by, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you part of the battalion. If this is not your first time stopping by, well, thank you once again for watching me run my great